Digimon Con happened, and I woke up to an overwhelming, incredible amount of news. Card reveals, Digimon reveals, competition reveals, art reveals, new decks, new products. Man, I was just scrolling through and just getting overwhelmed. So I put it down, phoned my mother to wish her a happy Mother's Day, since it's Mother's Day in the UK today. So happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. It is raining, so I wanted to go for a walk, and instead of that, I've decided to, you know what? I got overwhelmed with all of the different news coming from all the different places out of Digimon Con, and as a TCG player, what other things that I kind of should know, should get excited about in one easy place. So this is me doing that for everyone else, and for me, and for you. You're welcome. So first things first, not quite to do with the Digimon card game specifically, but it has a little bit to do with it. There is going to be a 25th anniversary, a little digivice, where I'm definitely going to be getting at least one of these, where you get to play as one of the Digidestined. It's going to be in colour, there's going to be sounds, you're going to be able to digivolve, and there's going to be unique animations, and you're going to get to battle with other people who have the digivice as well. Really cute, really nerdy, obviously absolutely adore it. And if you pre-order from the Japanese premium Bandai site, there is actually an exclusive card that you can get with it. There are deluxe versions, your orange one and a blue one for Agumon and Gebumon, as well as the normal one. If you get the normal version, you'll be able to get this exclusive card. Price-wise, I think the normal version of this Digivice, 11,000 yen, which is about £58, and then the deluxe version is 16,000 yen, well, 16,500, which is about 87 quid. Obviously, that may change if that does come in English to the US, and English prices and other international prices may vary. Card looks gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to seeing if I can grab a hold of that card. I really do hope it comes out in English, but if not, obviously I'll be picking it up as a single in Japanese regardless. Okay, so then the actual Digimon TCG section of Digimon Con has some actually really interesting kind of like stats. So they first went through like what's your most kind of used card for all the different like languages. So you've got for Japanese, for the English regions, and then the simplified Chinese regions, which was really interesting. Basically, Machine Dramon was like the most favorite used card for Japan. For simplified Chinese, it was the Omni. They seem to have a very red hybrid theme throughout their choices. And then for English, it was just like the women with all force in there. Which was very interesting. So like Marcimon and Beelstarmon and all of that stuff, which you know what? Big up English choices. You know what? Appreciate the babes. Appreciate you appreciating the babes. Oh, you thirsty And then you had the most coolest card, the voters' coolest card. They showed off the 6 top cards there. All of you have an incredible taste, honestly. Love all these choices. Digimon community know their good artworks. 10 out of 10. Love all of these. The best news came out of this is that it was announced that all of these high-ranking cards that were chosen are going to be redrawn by their original artists and then redistributed as an alternate card later. How cool is that? Like, I am so happy and excited for that. You know me, love the art. That's the biggest reason why I get into trading card games. If I don't like the art, I'm not interested in the card game. Digimon, well, actually Bandai in general have been so good at getting artists to do some incredible and beautiful alternate arts with beautiful texturing. Cannot wait to see what these artists come up as a different composition and a different idea and a different style for these cards. I will definitely be collecting all of those. Super chuffed with that. And then they had people voted like most favorite deck. So simplified Chinese, it was what I expected, which was Red Hybrid, considering they had voted Red Hybrid as like their most used cards. No surprise there. For Japan, I thought it would be a Machine Dramon deck of some sort. No, it was Imperial. Great taste. Love the deck. Yep, 10 out of 10. But then the English choice really threw me. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like, well, from the most used cards voted, it's got to be like a Mastermon deck, surely. No. A Cherubi, Leo, Terriermon, green, purple, yellow, black combo deck. That, out of nowhere. Like, that really surprised me. I mean, the deck looks cool. Looks really good. But I've never seen or heard about this deck before, and that could be my casual ignorance, because everyone is very aware, I'm not a hardcore TCG player. I'm very much a casual TCG player. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I mean, I love the terrier, love that dog. He's technically a dog, but I'm sorry, but it looks like a rabbit. So we're going to go with Bunny. I'm going to keep calling him a Bunny. I know he's a dog, like technically with the terrier, you know, but it looks like a rabbit. He looks like a rabbit, so he's a bunny. Anyway, so maybe I'll build that deck in the future and give it a go, but yeah, I thought that was wild. And then we got some exciting news about future cards and future launches. So BT17 in Japan will launch Friday, I think it's a Friday, 29th of March, The Secret Crisis. They also then revealed Dexterurumon. Now, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, as I normally do with these big words. Our final boss of the Digimon Seekers. It's pretty interesting. It's got quite a strong effects that purple players are obviously going to love. So if your Digimon is going to be deleted, if this card is in your trash, you can then stop that deletion by digivolving it from your trash. You can do that. So rather than blast Ace like from your hand, it's from your trash instead, which is wild. That's really interesting. I bet purple players are absolutely love this. When that happens, you can digivolve 3 on your opponent's side. So if they've got a big boss monster, it can be digivolved 3 times, which sucks to them. And then it deletes all of your opponent's lowest Digimon. So again, that really helps with the whole digivolving thing. And then you can potentially board sweep, board clear, depending on what the opponent's side looks like. But yeah, quite a strong boy. That's quite a good level 6. Yeah. that is quite strong. And then an appropriate tamer was also revealed that works alongside this deck. Tomonori? That's probably, again, not how you pronounce this name, but it's a man, and you know how much I appreciate men in the card game scene. And this has this mind link effect thing where during your turn, when a tamer is placed as a evolution source for a Digimon, suspend that tamer to gain a memory, which is quite nice. But then if this tamer is rested, you can digivolve one of your Digimon which has a tamer in its evolution sources. The translation might be a bit off, but I think that's what it means. And then into a Digimon with Dex in its name from the trash without paying the cost. Again, using the trash as like a blast ace mechanic, except you're not paying for the Digivolution cost when you have this tamer rested, which I think is fascinating and cool. That is really, really cool. So not only do you have to be worried about what the person could have in their hand with Ace Digivolving, you also have to be worried about these Dexy cards and what they've got in their trash. And it's so easy for you to be able to put cards in your trash when you're a purple player. There are so many ways. So that's some nice synergy there. There is also this beautiful secret rare alternate art. I think it's an alternate art for Greymon, straight from the movie. They actually show it live off as well. Oh my goodness, beautiful, beautiful card. They had revealed a different alternate art before. I love me some Greymon cards. I have no idea if this is going to be a lottery card or just a regular secret alternate art. Not quite sure yet. It wasn't quite made clear in Digimon Con, but man oh man, do I want to get my hands on this card. And then they kind of like revealed all the Digimon Liberator stuff, the webcomic and a novel series, which is like really fun. So you've got the webcomic, and then which is a male protagonist, and then you got the novel, which is a female protagonist. And the female protagonist, her partner Digimon is going to be Impmon, which is really interesting. And it was kind of implied that his Digivolution line isn't going to be to BLs, but not confirmed, just like teased. So that's going to be like fun to find out and see a new Digimon line for him. And then from the back of that, whoa, we still keep going, still more news. From the back of that, there's going to be 2 new starter decks released in Japan. So you have the webcomic series, which will be released April 25th, and then the decks will be released the next day on April 26th. So these 2 decks will be released, and then the incredible thing about these decks is that they each come with their own set of 6, and I think it's in training, alternate arts. But it's a really nice touch that each deck get its own set of 6 alternate arts. Looks great. I'm always a big fan when TCGs, don't punish players by only like putting 1 in, which has happened before in Digimon Memory Boosts Saga, but rather putting all 6. But the 2 decks have a different set of 6 each. So, I was always going to buy the 2 set of decks anyway for player reasons, but this makes it even better, because then if I buy 2 of each, then I've got a set of 4 alternate arts, 2 of them being different, which is great. I love that. Absolutely adore it. Give me more artworks. Give me more alternate arts. I'm a hungry goblin monster when it comes to art collection. Nom nom nom, give me them all. And then finally, this information wasn't released on the Digimon Con itself, but kind of like around it. We finally have the roadmap for English when it comes to our set releases to finally unify with Japan. So we have a unified international release for Digimon in April 2025. Course, from this roadmap you can see there are definite pain points, especially for the English summer. We get basically a month break, probably not even that. I'd imagine like 3 weeks potentially, and sometimes, where you've got a main set and then a special set and then a main set and then a small break and then a starter deck and then a main set and a special set, and it's like mad. What they have also done to help kind of like streamline that pain point is that our last 2 sets that we're getting before this unified release date it will be a special set. So cast your mind back to the very first launch of this TCG card game. We had that in English. It was special set 1.0 and 1.5, which combined the first 3 sets of Digimon together, just so we can do a bit of catch up with Japan, so we weren't so far behind. Those sets were big. They were difficult to try and collect everything in them. I think that's going to be the same here. You just can't get around that. These are going to be a bit overflated sets with a lot of SRs and a lot of alternate arts, though they did say there's also going to be English exclusive cards in there too, which is cool. They didn't say what that was going to be, whether they're just like alternate arts, which they've done before in the past, promos, but yeah, any more stuff, I'm not gonna say no. So we're just gonna have to survive this like bombardment of sets until we can finally get a unified release. Mental, hey? The Digimon Con, just like boom, 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 full of news. This year is gonna be mental. It really is gonna be mental.